is there. Am I audio okay? Sorry for inconvenience. Already let's talk about energy sources. Energy sources. What is this conventional energy sources? Mainly conventional energy sources are some firewood, coal, and hydrocarbons, hydroelectric power plants, and thermal power plants. Okay. Some energy sources are in this energy. This Okay, some energy sources is there. I will share that some PPTs there. So let's wait for some energy sources. I will show them. Conventional energy sources. Okay. Uh, in this mainly, first one is the objectives. What is the objectives in energy sources? In this defined conventional energy sources. Uh, Conventional energy sources are traditional and widely used forms of energy that have powered industries, transport, and household for decades. They are mostly non-renewable and derived from fossil fuels or established large-scale ecosystems. Okay. In this, major conventional energy sources are coal. First one is the coal. In this, a fossil fuel formed from ancient plant matter compressed over millions of years. Okay, this plant matter is compressed over million of years. The trees matter converted plant matter converted into the coal. Okay, some passive fuels are also converted into the coal and some crude oils. Okay, in extraction of principles, principles are surface mining or undergrounding mining. Okay, surface mining means open cast mine, and underground mining. Coal is burned in thermal power plants to produce steam, which drives turbines to generate electricity. Okay, coal is useful for produce for electricity, and some we use it from in trains also. Okay, uh, past generations they used that coal into trains for as a energy sources. What is the merits in this coal? Okay, abundant that widely available. Okay, relatively low cost, established infrastructure. Okay, some demerits also is there. What is that? The demerits are major sources of air pollutions. Major source of air pollution like CO2, it means carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide, some particles is there. Okay, causes land degradation and water contamination, contributes significantly to climate change. Also is there. Some challenges is there. In this environmental regulations and need for cleaner coal technologies, declining reserves in some regions. Okay, second one is the energy source of petroleum. It means crude oil. In liquid fossil fuel formed from marine organisms buried under sediments. Okay. In this extraction, principles are drilled from underground or sea-based seabed reservoirs. Sorry, drilled from underground or seabed reservoirs, refined to products like protocol. Refined into products like diesel, petrol, kerosene, and LPG. In this, also some merits is there. High energy density, essential for transportation fuels, versatile industrial uses. Okay, some demerits also is there. Air and water pollution, oil slips are marine ecosystems, non-renewable and depleting is there. Okay, some challenges also is in this there. What is the challenges of price volatility and geopolitical dependence, transit to cleaner fuels. Okay, cleaner fuels. Third one is the Natural gas. In this description, a gaseous fossil fuel mainly composed of methane. Fossil fuels converted into methane gas. This is the one of the source for fossil fuel, natural gas. Extraction principles are extracted from underground gas fields or alongside petroleum transported via Philippines or LNG. Okay, transferred via pipelines or run as LNG, burned for heating, cooking, electricity, and generation. Some merits are is there cleaner than coal and oil, high efficiency in the power generation, lower carbon emission per unit energy. Okay, some demerits are there. Still, a fossil fuel has a CO2 emissions. Methane leaks contribute to greenhouse effect. Infrastructure incentives. Okay, some challenges are also is there in pipeline and storage cost is more for transporting methane leakage control, long-term sustainably corners. Okay, the fourth energy was the hydroelectric power produced from large dams. Okay, electricity generated from flowing or stored water in large dams. Extraction in this water stored in reservoirs flow through turbines. Okay, turbines rotate, generates or produce electricity. Whenever they release that water, the turbines are rotating and generators to produce electricity. Okay, some merits in there are renewable and low direct emissions, reliable and controllable power sources is there, long operational life is there, but some demerits are also there, displacements of people, ecosystem sense, and high initial construction cost is more cost for construction is there. Some challenges are there: sedimentation, reducing capacity, climate related changes in water flow, social and environmental conflicts is there. Okay, overall merits of conventional energy is reliable and continuous supply, mature technologies and infrastructure, high energy outputs suitable for industry and transport. Overall demerits are mostly non-renewable. These four energies are is the non-renewable energy sources. Okay, we continuously use this research, these energy sources. One day they don't available in the earth surface. Okay, in the mostly non-renewable, major contributes to air pollution and climate changes also, environmental degradation from extraction and uses. Okay, in this resource depletion, environmental regulations, transition toward renewable and sustainable energy systems. Okay, mainly conventional energy sources are coal, petroleum, natural gas, and large hydro have powered economic growth of decades. However, their environmental impact limit reserves and climate corners are driving a global shift toward cleaner renewable alternatives. Okay. So next one is the introduction. What is energy? Energy is capacity to do work. Okay, energy is the capacity to do work. It is the fundamental resources that powers all natural and human made activities. Okay, importance of energy, mainly essential for domestic agriculture, transport, and industry. In this domestic sector, cooking, lighting, heating, cooling, and household appliances like lights, electricity. Okay, some agriculture. In agriculture, irrigation pumps. Irrigation pumps runs with electricity energy, electronic energy, and tractors and harvesting machines and fertilizer productions. Okay, some transport means movement of people and goods through road, rail, air, and water transport. In industries also, energy is there. Some operation of machinery, manufacturing, mining, and construction. Energy and economic development is there. The level of energy consumption. Energy consumption relates to economic development. Energy and the level of energy consumption in a country is closely linked to its economic growth. Developed nations generally have higher per capita energy consumption due to advanced industries, infrastructure, and living standards. Okay, I can repeat. Developed nations generally have higher per capita energy consumption due to advanced industries, infrastructure, and living standards. Is there? Developing countries show increasing energy demand as they industrialize and urbanize. Okay. Uh, Adaptive, reliable, and affordable energy supply is essential for industrial production, employment generation, improved quality of life, and technological progress. Okay. uh, Next one is the classification of energy sources. Okay. In this classification of energy sources are broadly divided into conventional and non-conventional based on their availability, renewability, and environmental impact. Okay. Conventional means infinite exhibit accessible coal, petroleum, gas, hydrothermal. Okay, and non-conventional means solar, wind, biomass. Okay, let's see about the conventional energy sources. Okay, in this, these are traditional energy sources that have been used for a long time. Most are non-renewable and may get depleted with continuous use. Okay, major types are coal, petroleum oil, and natural gas, and thermal power, like coal, oil, gas-based power plants, are large hydroelectric and powers. Okay, in these key features are limited reservoirs, high energy output, well developed technology and infrastructure are major sources of pollution and greenhouse gases. Okay. Next, coming to the non-conventional energy sources. These are modern energy sources that are naturally replenished and have lower environmental effect. Major types of solar energy and wind energy and biomass energy. And some geothermal energy is there. Tidal and wave energy is there. Okay. In these key features are renewable and inexhibits and environmental friendly with low emissions, suitable for decentralized and energy supply, high initial installation cost in some cases. Okay, compromise comparison to conventional versus non-conventional energy. In this aspect, nature is the conventional energy, infinite and exhaustible, but non-conventional energy is the renewable and sustainable. Okay, coming to the pollution aspect, in conventional, the pollution aspect is the high, but non-conventional is the pollution is low. Uh, Compatibility aspect of technology in conventional mature and widely used, but non-conventional developing and expanding. Cost is in conventional energy sources low initial cost, but non-conventional higher initial cost, lower running cost. Okay. For example, for non-conventional sources is coal, oil, and gas, hydro, and thermal. But non-conventional examples are solar, wind, biomass, and geothermal. Hmm? Conventional energy sources are traditional, limited, and polluting. But non-conventional sources are renewable, cleaner, and key to future sustainable development. Okay. Conventional energy sources. In this, mainly conventional energy sources are traditional sources that have been used for a long time to meet human energy needs. Most of them are, in fact, exhaustible and based on fossil fuels or large scale established systems. Okay, and these main conventional sources are firewood, coal, hydrocarbons. Hydrocarbons means petroleum and natural gas. Hydroelectric power is there, thermal power is there. Okay, we discuss about firewood. What is the firewood? Wood collected from forest and trees traditionally used for cooking and heating, especially in rural areas. Okay, in this merits are easily available in rural regions. Low cost, it is the easily collecting and low cost is there. A simple technology, there is a no technology to do burning that food. Okay, demerits is causes deforestation. Okay, uh, widely used for people are uh, we need that cutting trees. Okay, they go and simply cutting that forest and they take to the home and their burning is the easily using. So it this causes of deforestation, produces smoke and indoor air pollution. Whenever it burning that, the lot of smoke is there and low energy efficiency is there. Okay, second one is the coal. Coal is the a fossil fuel formed from ancient plant matter widely used for electricity generation and industry. Some merits are there abundant and widely available and reliable for continuation power and relatively low cost is there. Okay, some demerits is there: major air pollutant, causes land and water degradation and contributes to climate change. Okay, third one is the hydro carbons, like petroleum and natural gases. In this description, fossil fuels formed from buried marine organisms. Okay, like petroleum, liquid fuel refined into petrol, diesel, kerosene, like this. Okay, a natural gas, gaseous fuel mainly composed of methane. Okay, some merits is there, the high energy efficiency, and essential for transportation and industry, cleaner than coal, like natural gas. Okay, some relative errors is there: non-renewable energy sources. These are non-renewable sources and causes air and water pollution, risk of soil spills and gas leaks. Okay, some description: hydroelectric power. Fourth one is the hydroelectric power. Hydroelectric power, electricity generated from the energy of flowing or stored water in dams. Okay. In this, uses are renewable and clean energy sources, long operational lives, and low operating cost. Okay. Some demerits is their displacement of people, disturbs ecosystems, high initial construction cost is there. Okay. Thermal power stations. Thermal power means thermal power electricity produced by burning fossil fuels like coal, oil, or gas to generate steam, which drives turbines. Okay, in these merits are continuation reliable power supply, well-established technology, suitable for large-scale generations. But some demerits are there. High greenhouse gases emissions are coming from thermal power stations, air pollution and ash disposable issues, and depends on fossil fuels. Okay. Uh, in this main convention sources are these sources have powered human development for decades, but their limited availability and environmental impacts are leading to gradual shift towards renewable energy sources. Okay. Firewood. What is the firewood? Oldest fuel and natural solids. Uh, In these basic concepts are: firewood is the oldest known fuel used by humans. It is a natural solid fuel obtained from trees and shrubs. Okay, commonly used in rural households for cooking and heating. Uh, some physical characteristics. What is the physical characteristics for firewood and moisture content? Fresh wood moisture content is 25 to 50% moisture is there. After drying, seasoned wood, around 15% of moisture is drying. Okay. Calorific value is the approximately 3,500 to 4,000 kilocalorie per kg. Okay. Some and if you burn that kg firewood, they approximately give the 3,500 to 400 kilocalorie energy is produced. Okay. Some uses with firewood: domestic cooking, space heating, and some traditional small scale industries like bricks, nails, pottery, some poetry. Okay, some key points to remember that oldest and simplest farm fuel, easily available in forested and natural gases, efficiency improve after proper drying. Okay, uh, in this firewood merits and limitations. What is the firewood merits and limitations? Merits are easily available and quick ignitions. It means easily available means especially in rural and forested regions. Okay, it's very low cost, often collected locally with minimal expense. Quick ignitions catches fire easily and provides immediate heat. Simple technology does not require complex equipment, and does not there is a no technology to burning that file files. Okay, some limitations are is there. Okay, what is the limitations are smoke, low efficiency, deforestations, smoke production causes indoor air pollution and health problems is there. They affect directly to the lungs and eyes. Okay, low efficiency, much heat is lost, energy output is relatively low. Okay, deforestation, excessive use leads to forest depletion and ecological imbalance is there. Time consuming collection, okay, requires effort and time, especially in rural areas. Okay, uh, coal, definition, formation. What is this coal? How coal is forming? Sorry. Uh, a definition. Coal is a hard black fossil fuel formed from the remains of ancient plants. It is the one of the most important conventional energy sources used for electricity generation and industrial processes. Okay, hard black fossil fuels from plant matter formed by qualification over millions of years under pressure and it formation of uh, qualifications. Okay, coal is formed through a natural process called qualifications, which takes place over millions of years. Steps in coal formation, like one is the accumulation of plant materials. It means dense forest in ancient swamps died and accumulated as plant debris. Okay. Second one is the burial under sediments. Layers of mud, sand, and other sediments covered the plant material. Okay. Pressure and heat. Uh, Over time, increasing pressure and temperature compressed the material. Chemical transportation. The plant matter gradually changed into different types of coal, peat to lignite, lignite to bituminous coal. Okay, bituminous coal to anthracite. Okay, anthracite in ancient. This is the formation of coal. Okay, next slide. Types of coal. Uh, Previous slide we discussed about that already. We know about coal types. One is the peat to lignite, lignite to bituminous, bituminous to bituminous to anthracite. Okay, coal is classified based on its carbon content, calorific value, and degree of qualification. Qualification means transformation from plant material to into coal. Okay, a qualification sequence is peat. First is the peat to lignite, lignite to subbituminous, subbituminous to bituminous. Okay, bituminous to anthracite. Okay, the sequence represent the increasing order for carbon content and energy value. In this, we like peat. Peat characteristics at earliest stage and soft and fibrous. So high moisture is there. Carbon content in 50 to 60% carbon content is the very energy value is very low. Okay, lignite, it is the color is brown color is the brown coal, and Okay. In lignite, characters are soft and brown, high moisture, 60 to 70%, only 60 to 70% carbon content is there. Energy value is low. Okay. Subbituminous. Okay. In this, dull black color is there, less moisture than lignite. 70 to 75% carbon content is there. Energy value is moderate. Okay, bituminous in characters are hard, black, and widely used in power plants. Okay, in this carbon content, 75 to 70, 85 carbon content is there in bituminous coal. Energy value also high. Okay, last one is the anthracite. Anthracite is the most efficient coal. It is the very energy. It has content very high value, very high energy value is there. Carbon content is 90 to 90% carbon content is there. Hardest coal and shiny, smokeless, and purest coal. Okay, special note for anthracite. Purest from coal, form of coal. Okay, highest carbon content is there, highest calorific value is there, smokeless and burns cleanly. Okay, used in domestic heating and especially in industrial applications. Okay, uh, next one is the coal quality. What is the coal quality? A characteristic of good quality of coal. A good coal is judged by its chemical composition and energy producing ability. Okay, mainly it features high carbon content. High quality coal is content with high carbon. Indicates better fuel quality and higher heat output. High calorific value produces more heat energy per kilogram of coal. Okay, low moisture content is there. Less energy is wasted in evaporating water during burning. Okay, low ash content reduces residue after combustion and improves efficiency. Okay, why these factors matter? More carbon is more energy, less moisture, better composition, less chaos, and less waste and pollution. Okay, coming to the next slide, coal mining methods. What is the coal mining methods? One is the open cast mining, one is the underground mining, and modern exploration, drilling, remote sensing, computer models. Okay, coal is extracted from the earth using different mining techniques, depending on the depth of coal seam, geological conditions, and economic uh, feasibility. Okay, one is the open cast mining. Open cast mining, nothing but the surface mining. Um, Description is that used when coal deposits are close to their surface, the topsoil and overburden rocks and soil above coal, okay, are removed to expose the coal seam. In this open cast mining, coal is close to the surface, so easily collect that coal. Okay, in features are large machinery such as excavators and dump trucks used. High production rate is there, a lower cost compared to underground mining. Okay, underground mining is very risky and it is a due to the high cost mining. Okay, but compared to uh, lower cost compared to underground mining is a lower cost. Open mining is the lower cost. Okay, advantages is the advantage, safer working conditions, higher recovery of coal, lower operational cost. Disadvantages causes land degradation. Mainly in open cast mining, some pollutions has occur and causes land degradation. Some disadvantages are there. Land degradation destroys vegetation and ecosystem. Generate generates but and noise pollution is there. Okay, the second one is the underground mining. In this underground mining, uh, used when coal seams are deep below the surface. Okay, Sometimes coal is the not available in the surface layers of earth. This coal is available in deeper level of surface, uh, from surface. So tunnels or shafts are dug to the reach the coal deposits. Okay. Common methods are room and pillar mining. Okay. Coal is mined in rooms while pillars are left to support that roof. Okay. A long wall mining. A long wall of coal is mined in a single slice using mechanized equipment. Some advantages are is there, less surface disturbances, suitable for deep coal deposits. Okay. But same time, uh, vice versa, disadvantage is there. The higher cost, closing mining is the higher cost mining, greater risk to workers, collapse and gas explosions, like lower recovery compared to surface mining. Okay. A third one is the modern exploration, like drilling, remote sensing, and computer models. Before mining begins, coal deposits are located and evaluated using modern technologies. Techniques are drilling, core samples taken to study coal seams. Okay, remote sensing is there. Satellite and aerial images used to identify potential deposits. Computer models is there, some 3D geological modeling to estimate reserves and plan mining. Okay. Summary is this, main coal mining methods are open cast mining for shallow deposits, underground mining for deep deposits, modern exploration, drilling, remote sensing, and computer based modeling for efficient planning. Okay. Coming to the next slide. Application of coal. What is the applications of coal? Coal is the one of the most important conventional energy sources and has historically supplied a major share of global energy. Major applications are power generation. Coal provides about 50 to 60% of energy needs to many regions through thermal power plants. Okay, steel industry, used in blast uh, furnaces to produce coke, which helps in iron and steel manufacturing. Steam industries, used as a fuel in boilers to generate steam for industrial processes. Domestic heating, used in homes for heating and sometimes cooking, especially in colder regions. Okay. Some key ideas is there. Coal is a versatile fuel, used in electricity production, heavy industries, and heating, making it a backbone of conventional energy system. Okay. If you want, I can. Sorry. Sorry. Next one is that hydrocarbons and petroleum. We discussed about hydrocarbons. What is this hydrocarbons? Hydrocarbons are mainly petroleum as a natural liquid fossil fuels. Okay. Petroleum is called mixture of hydrocarbons. It is a mixture of hydrocarbons, organic compounds made mainly of hydrogen and carbon, found in underground reservoir, beneath the land or seabed. Okay. Main products obtained Main products obtained are petrol means gasoline used in cars and motorcycles. Diesel is used in buses, trucks, and generators. Kerosene is there used for cooking, lighting, and aviation fuel. Okay. LPG means liquid petroleum gas used as a domestic cooking gases. Okay. Uh, Crude oil is oil refined into petrol, diesel, kerosene, LPG. Also, we discussed about all that. Okay, petroleum is called a mixture of hydrocarbons to refine and useful fuels like petrol, diesel, kerosene, LPG. These are all products. Products are extracted from liquid crude oil. Okay. Some I will share next. Uh, Types of hydrocarbons. What is hydrocarbons? Wow, how many types in hydrocarbons? Hydrocarbons are organic compounds made of carbon and hydrogen atoms. They are classified based on the type of chemical bonds between carbon atoms. Okay, main types of hydrocarbons are paraffins, that means alkalines, and olefins and acetylenes. Okay, paraffins is a single bond type, and example is the methane and ethane. Key features are saturated and hydrocarbons are stable. Okay, olefins is the double bonds. Okay, double bonds, and ethane example is the ethane and propane. Scientific ethane is the C2H4 and propane is C3H6. It has contained a double bonding. Okay, uh, unsaturated and more reactive. Okay, third one is the acetylens. Acetylens are triple bonds, like ethane or acetylene, highly unsaturated and very reactive. Okay. Paraffins are only single bond saturated hydrocarbons, and olefins are at least one double bond and unsaturated hydrocarbons. Estelines are at least one triple bond and highly unsaturated hydrocarbons. Okay. I will show that next slide. A natural gas. What is natural gas? The basic concept: natural gas is a gaseous fossil fuel mainly composed of methane gas. Methane means CH4. Okay, it commonly occurs near crude oil deposits or in dependent gas fields beneath the earth surface. Okay, some key features are there. Uh, Cleaner fuel used for electricity, industries, CNG vehicles. Okay, cleaner fuel compared to coal and petroleum produces less smoke, ash, and carbon emissions. High efficiency in consumption, combustion combustion. Major uses are electricity generation, used in gas-based power plants, industrial fuel for heating, boilers, and manufacturing. Uh, Transport fuel used as CNG in vehicles, compressed natural gas. Okay, domestic use, cooking and heating in homes. Okay, uh, advantages of petroleum: high energy density, easy transport or storage. Okay, cleaner than coal and widely used in transport. A key advantages of petroleum: high energy density. It means produce a large amount of energy per unit weight or volume, making it very efficient as a fuel. Okay, easy transport and storage, can be transported through pipelines, tankers, and trucks, and stored conventionally in tanks. Okay, third one is the cleaner than coal, burns more efficiently with less ash and particular matter compared to coal. Okay, widely used in transport, primarily fuel for cars, buses, trucks, ships, and aircrafts due to its versatile and high efficiency. Okay, coming to the next slide. Hydroelectric power plants. It means HEPP. Hydroelectric power plants. Hydroelectric power plants is electricity from potential energy of water. Okay. In this basic principle, some hydroelectric power plants generate electricity from the potential energy from stored off or flowing water. Water at height possesses potential energy, which is converted into a mechanical energy and then into electricity energy. In this, mainly dams are constructed convenient to produce it for hydroelectric power. They uses a large compensations and large turbines and generators are there. Whenever they release that water energy is the forcibly turns and run to the turbines. They generate that some electrical energy. It convert into electronic energy. Okay, Potential energy formula. What is the potential EP is called WZ. EP means potential energy. Okay. W is weight of water. Okay. Z is called some heat of water above the turbine. Higher the water heat and volume, greater the energy producer. Some working principles are there. Water storage. Water is the stored in reservoir behind a dam at a certain height. Water flow. Water is released through penstocks, large pipes. Penstocks means large pipes. Okay. Third one is the turbine rotation. The flowing water strikes the turbine's blades, causing them to rotate it. Okay. Electricity generation. The turbine drives a generator which converts mechanical energy into electronic energy. Power transmissions. Electricity is sent to through transmission lines to consumers. Okay. It is the process of all hydroelectric power plants in these power plants, and the power generator from water. Okay. Water drives turbines and generator produces powers. Okay. Simple. uh, Next one is the hydro power plants. Okay. What is the types of hydroelectric power plants? HEPP. Hydroelectric power plants. Hydroelectric power plants are classified based on water storage. That means flow regulations and low demand. These classifications are important in planning power systems and balancing electricity supply with demand. Okay. Runoff river and base load storage, peak load, and pumped storage plants. Okay. What is the runoff river plants? Uh, Runoff river means these plants use the natural flow of the river without significant water storage. Electricity generation depends directly on river discharge. Okay. Some features is there are little or no reservoir, limited control over power output, and seasonal variation in generation. Okay. Some advantages are there. A lower construction cost is there, minimal displacement of people, less environmental impact compared to large dams. Okay. Limitations. Power output flow catches with river flow, not suitable for peak load management. Some application is there, small and medium hydro projects is, and regions with perennial rivers only. What is the concept? Concept is designed to provide continuous and state power to meet the baseload demand of the grid. Okay. Some features are large reservoir ensure consistent and water supply, operates almost continuously throughout the year, high installed capacity. Okay. Some advantages are the reliability and stable power generation, essential for grid stability. Some limitations are there. High initial investment, large scale environmental and social impacts are there. Some applications are major electronic stations in natural grids are there. Third one is the storage, and that means reservoir. Storage plants are reservoirs. What is the concept of storage? Water is stored in a reservoir during high flow periods, then released when electricity is needed. In these features, a large dam and storage capacity, controlled release of water, can adjust output according to demand. Mainly advantages are flexible power generation, food control and irrigation benefits, reliable during dry periods. Okay. Some limitations are also there. Submergence of land and habitats, high construction cost is there. Some applications are multi-purpose river valley projects is there. Okay. Fourth one is the peak load. What is the peak load? Peak load plants operated mainly during periods of high electricity demand, peak hours. Okay. Features are usually associated with storage reservoirs, rapid startup and shutdown capability, operated for limited hours per day. Okay. Some advantages are there, helps meet sudden demand spikes, improves grid reliability, Limitations are required sufficient stored water, a lower annual utilization factor is there. Some applications are urban and industrial power systems with fluctuating demand. Okay. Last one is the pumped storage plant. What is the pumped storage plant? In this concept, pumped storage plants, the special type of hydro plant used for energy storage and peak load supply. Water is pumped from a lower reservoir to an upper reservoir during off-peak hours using surplus electricity. During peak demand, water is released to back to generate electricity. Okay. Features are two reservoirs at different elevations, reversible pump turbine units, and acts like a large scale battery. Okay. Some advantages are there, like stores excess energy, supports grid stability, ideal for integrating renewable energy. Okay. Some limitations are there. Capital cost is there, requires suitable topography, and applications are peak and load management, renewable energy balancing. Okay. Compared to overview, as the run of river is the minimal storage and load type is the variable, and key features are depends on river flow. Okay. Basal load type is a large storage and continuation load type, and state power supply. Okay. uh, a storage plant type is the large reservoir. It is a flexible load type, and controlled generation is there. Peak load type is storage are moderate or large, and load type is the peak demand and operates during high demand. Okay. Last one is the pumped storages are two reservoirs and peak storage and energy storage systems. Okay. In this some Runoff river plants are flow dependent, and storage plants often flexibility. Base load plants are ensure continuous supply. Peak load plants handle demand surges, and pumped storage is crucial for grid state stability and renewable irrigation integration. Selection depends on topography and water availability, environmental impact, and economic uh, facility. Okay. So next one is the macro, mini, and small idle. Okay. What is the macro, mini, and small idle power? It means small scale hydropower systems are classified according to their installed capacity. These systems are especially important for decentralized power generation, particularly in remote and rural areas. Like capacity based classifications are micro hydel is the installed less than 100 kV capacity is there. Mini hydel is the less than 1000 capacity, 1000 kilowatts or 1 megawatt capacity is there. And small idle is the less than 5000 kilowatts or 5 megawatts are the installed capacity is there. Micro, mini, and small. Some countries may use slightly different capacity ranges, but these limits are commonly used in academic context. Okay. General features of small hydel systems are utilize small rivers and streams, canals, or irrigation challenges. Often operate as runoff river plants with minimal or no storage, require simple civil works and smaller turbines, and sustainable for remote or highly regions. Working principles are water is diverted from a stream or a canal. Okay. Uh, it flows through a penstock and like a pipe due to gravity. The flowing water rotates a turbine, and the turbine drives a generator to produce electricity. And power is supplied to nearby homes or large local grids. Okay, some advantages are there. Useful for rural electrification, ideal for remote villages without grid access. Low environmental impact is minimal submersion and ecological disturbance. Okay. Renewable and clean means no fuel consumption or greenhouse gas emission. Okay. Low transmission losses are power generated close to the point of use. Okay, quick installation is means starter construction time and compared to large dams. Sorry, limitations. What is the limitation? Limited power output is not suitable for large industries. Okay, seasonal variation, power generation depends on water flow. This is the limitation. One is that site specific requires suitable head and flow conditions. Okay. Another limitation is the maintenance challenges. Remote locations may face technical support issues. Yes, okay. Some applications is there. Rural and tribal area electrification, small industries like rice mills, oil expellers, and workshop is there. Some agriculture pumping and community lighting and microgrids. Okay, importance in sustainable development supports decentralized energy systems and reduce depends on fossil fuels and diesel generations, and promotes local economic development and aligns with environmental and ecological conservation goals, which is especially relevant in sustainable energy planning. Okay, uh, some uh, compromise of micro, mini, small, and large idle plants. Numerical problems are design basics. Okay. Uh, Thermal power plants, TPP. It means thermal power plants. What is that thermal power plant? Basic concept of thermal power plant, TPP, generates a thermal power plant generates electricity by burning fossil fuels such as coal, diesel, or natural gas. The heat released during combustion is used to produce steam, which drives a turbine connected on alternator to generate electricity. Okay, a principle of operations. Thermal power plants work on the uh, Rankine cycle, where heat energy is converted into mechanical energy and uh, then into electricity energy. Okay, energy conversion chain is chemical energy to it means fuel to heat energy to mechanical energy to electrical energy. In this total scenario, fuel is the chemical energy, steam is the heat energy, and turbine is the mechanical energy, and generator is the electrical energy. Okay, main components of thermal power plant is the first is the boiler. A large boilers are a large closed vessels where fuel is burned and heat converts water into high pressure steam. Types include fire tube and water tube boilers. Main functions are fuel consumption and steam generation at required pressure and temperature. Okay, steam turbines, a rotating machine driven by high pressure steam, and steam expanded through turbine blades, causing the rotator to spin converts and thermal energy into mechanical energy. Okay. Types are impulse turbine and reaction turbine. Okay. Third one is the condenser. Okay, located after the turbine converts exhausted steam back into water by cooling it. Okay, maintenance a low pressure zone to improve turbine efficiency. The functions are condenses steam and recovers the water for uses, improve plant efficiency. Alternate are generators. Okay, connected to the turbine shaft and convert mechanical energy into electrical energy using electromagnetic induction and produces a AC electricity supply to the grid. Working of a thermal power plant. Okay, fuel consumption, steam generation, turbine rotation, electricity generation, steam condension, and lastly water recirculation. Okay, advantages of thermal power plants is they can be located near load centers. Okay, continuous, reliable, and power supply. Okay, working of thermal power plant. In the thermal power plant converts the chemical energy of fuel into electrical energy through a series of energy transmission. Converts sequence is chemical energy to heat energy. that to heat energy to mechanical energy to electricity energy there. Step by step, fuel consumption is there. Coal is uh, pulverized, burned in the boiler furnace. They produce the heat energy that turn into steam production. Okay, in this efficient, about 20 to 26% is there. Okay, efficiency of thermal power plants of efficiency limited due to heat losses in the boiler, friction and mechanical losses, energy lost in exhaust steam, electrical losses in generation. Okay, next one, pollution from thermal power plant. Major pollutants from thermal power plant is the fly ash and sulfur dioxide and nitrogen oxide and carbon dioxide. Mainly fine particles of unburnt coal and mineral matter carried with a fuel gases causes air pollution. Okay, sulfur oxide also produced from sulfur present in the coal causes acid rains. Okay, with damages crops and forest and soil and buildings. Okay, nitrogen oxides formed at high consumption temperature major contributes to smog and acid rains harmful to human health and vegetation. Okay, fourth one is the carbon dioxide, a main greenhouse gas released during consumption combustion, a major contributor to global warming and climate changes. Pollution control measures are electrostatic precipitator ESP, devices that remove fly ash particles from fuel gases, use electric charges to attract and collect dust, highly efficient. Okay, filters, bag filters are bag houses, fabric filters that trap fine dust particles used to reduce particulate emissions. Okay, third one is the fuel gas. Uh, Removes sulfur dioxide from exhaust gases, typically uses limestone slurry to absorb sulfur compounds. Okay, uh, some issues and challenges is there. Coal is called pollution and land degradation. Issues and challenges of conventional energy sources are such as coal, petroleum, and large electrolytic dams have supported industrial growth and economic development. However, they also create serious environmental and social and economic challenges there. Coal-based energy, major issues are air pollution, land degradation, and water pollution. Ash disposal problems is there. Okay, second one is the petroleum based energy. Major issues are oil spills and exhaust emissions, resource depletions, and geopolitical and economic issues is there. And some third one is the large electric dams is there. Major issues are uh, displacement of people and ecological imbalance is there, deforestation and habitat loss, sedimentation problems is there. Okay, uh, last one is the summary. In this summary, major key conventional energy resources have been the primary drives of industrialization and economic provides but infant pollutant developing but many decades. They include coal, petroleum, natural gas, firewood, and thermal power, and larger hydroelectric power plants is there. Main major energy provides and finite and exhaustible and environmental impact is there. Okay. Uh, Okay, see, our session is closed and time is up. Thank you. Today we successfully completed the 10th conventional energy sources. Okay. Tomorrow we discuss about the 11th unit, that is the alternative energy sources. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for with me.